Hello. Right, so today we're going to talk about these people behind me, Laybuy. Now, I have been a user, I still am a user of Laybuy. It's not a bad little thing. What it is it's basically like a short-term loan. You've got various places where you can buy stuff, mainly through their own website. Well, it's more of an app, and there's a lot of shops and stuff on there. Not many mainstream ones. You'll see JD Sports, one of the biggest rip-off sports brands ever. The amount they charge for their trainers when you can go other places and just have a look online before you buy anything from them, you'll see that it's a lot cheaper. I remember when they used to be just, what were they? They were called something else. I can't remember what they were called, and they were diabolical, worse than the other one. What are they called? Sports Direct, much worse than them, much worse than them. Majorly chavvy, even though they're still a bit chavvy now, not as chavvy. Anyway, you got them on there. You've got Express Trainers, which I really do like. Express Trainers is pretty cool. WH Smiths, you've got some brands and stuff that like Swan and stuff like that you haven't really heard of for very many years. And a lot of their own sort of shops. Now you will find that when you click on them, half of the their websites and whatever else don't work, and you also find that a lot of these companies have dropped Laybuy for payments and whatever else, so they don't actually accept Laybuy. So I'm not sure what's going on there. You'll also be aware that that Laybuy have stopped their virtual card at the moment. I'm guessing it's probably something to do with some kind of fraud, which I don't really see. If you're still using the other people and the Amazon, the virtual card thing, I don't really see how it's any different, because if someone's not going to pay for something, they're not going to pay for something, even if it's from Amazon or if it's from these other shops. But anyway, they've stopped that. It's not just Amazon, it's Amazon, Temu, I think Marks and Spencer's, eBay, and any others that had the virtual card thing. I think Amazon and that, they don't like people using virtual cards anyway. I mean, there's quite a big thing that they've always tried to stop that, but doesn't matter, doesn't work anymore. It was really good because I used to buy stuff off Amazon using Laybuy, and it worked for me absolutely perfectly. The only thing I've got on there is some trainers that I got from Trainer Express. I can't remember what it's called now. Express Trainers, whatever they're called, and they're really good, really good. And to be honest, because we've got no Amazon now, I'm probably not ever going to use it again. So, bit of a bummer. But a lot of people have said that as well. So, I mean, initially I thought that Laybuy was going under, and I had to look around to see which companies were still allowing Laybuy. Some still do, most don't. Most have gone with the Klarna, whatever it's called, and that's horrendous, that one. I don't even like the way that the app and stuff works, because you can't see how much you've got to spend. You go to spend it and they tell you yes or no. So it's sort of a bit of, I don't know, it's a bit weird, that one. I never really liked that one. And there are some other ones out there. There's quite a few, but I'm guessing they're having the same issue. They, maybe they don't do Amazon. I don't know. But Amazon like to use their own. They did used to use their own in-house Pay in 3, I think it was, or Pay in 6. That was done monthly. Excuse me. Little bit of tickly throat. But they don't do that anymore. They use Barclays, and that's more of an actual proper loan. It's nice when Amazon did their paying. I was paying 5, I think it was. It was quite nice because it seemed like they were sort of letting their valid customers, the ones that buy stuff, split the cost. Now they've got Barclays involved. Barclays, they're a bank, so they're not going to lend to as many people. So you are not going to have much choice. That's why Laybuy is quite good, because people that can't get the Barclays financing can use Laybuy. And I think there was another one. I can't remember what it was. They're in the same situation as Laybuy, where they don't or can't you can't use their virtual card on Amazon, which I think Klarna you can. They must have bought people. I tell you, they really must have done, because you can use that pretty much anywhere. And like I said, I think it's absolutely horrendous. And that one I feel is one that you could get seriously in debt with. With these other ones, you've got a certain amount of money. They tell you, and if you're all right with it, the app's really good. It tells you how many days you've got to pay. It did used to have dates, which I used to find a little bit clearer and a little bit easier to understand, rather than just having countdown numbers. Because even though it say 2 days to pay, it's literally only one. So it counts the day you're in, and then the following day that the payments due is, so that's 1 2. So they do a bit different. Normally you wouldn't count the day you're in, you would count the other two. That's how I sort of read stuff, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, it did work for me back in the days when you could use it on Amazon, eBay. I've never used it on eBay. I've used it on lots of different places. And it was just Amazon was the main place that I used it. I actually bought my Sony ZV-E10, I think that's what it's called, and my Insta360 X2 camera, and paid them off, not a problem at all. And you don't have to wait for the payments to come up. You can pay early, which is what I used to do a fair bit. It was a really good app, place, lending thing, whatever. Sadly, not so much anymore. It might be a government thing. It might be they're trying to crack down and trying to stop a lot of these companies from getting some people into trouble. But it's also a good way, apparently, of building your credit history up, or be building your credit rating up. But I don't see that personally myself, unless it's sort of something that's got to last a fair few months and weeks. So that's just a bit of a ploy to get you in there if your credit's not great. So be aware of that, which the other companies do exactly the same thing. It's not really a credit building thing. It's nothing. But that's it. That's all I need to say about that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Don't you know?